things I wanted to talk about was the team that we have in Belgrade. And Michael talked earlier about how we leaned so hard on technology during all of 2017. And we had the deliverables of the blockchain and minting and web wallet and the external exchange. And then also what we're going to show you in a minute here. And like these guys that you see are rock stars in our world. So I'd like everybody to give our team a big hand for what they've been doing. It's an amazing thing to be around these guys. They're dedicated, they're hardworking.
Yep.
We'll go 10 days, 2 weeks before one of these events, and these guys are working 14-hour days and stuff. So, and remember some of these faces, because Michael, the team asked me to thank you in advance for being so generous to take them all to Vegas in June. So when you see them there, you can buy them a drink or shake their hand or something. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit. Did you want to say anything about them?
Yeah, of course. Okay, so this is only a part of our team, so we couldn't fit them all in one slide, basically. But what we actually do is we are the technology part of this entire ecosystem. So everything that you've experienced so far from the technical standpoint, this is mostly developed by us. So these guys are really, really fired up to help everyone here in this room and our entire ecosystem to achieve their goals. That said, I would like just to mention front-end developers are, let's say, stars in our team, as well as back-end and blockchain developers. Blockchain team is the one that will create a lot of good things for our ecosystem, and that is going to happen definitely in 2018. So please give them one round of applause.
Okay, I didn't even realize this till Zoran said something a while ago, that what we're about to introduce is kind of a surprise to people. So
yeah.
What we're about to show you is the new NetLeaders back office.
Yes. So, I don't believe that this has been mentioned a lot, but we've been working very hard to bring you the new NetLeaders back office. And as you can see on the live showcase, this is practically what the dashboard is going to look like. Currently, the user that's logged in is not KYC verified, and it has been mentioned many times here in Rio that we need to be compliant, and that's why KYC is one of the main reasons why we need it on the NetLeaders side as well. Well, I'm not sure, do we want to?
Well, I just want to talk a minute about how we're going to start with implementing KYC is going to be, as you can see the message there, the condition is you've earned over 600 euro lifetime before you can withdraw funds out of the system, then you need to be KYC verified first. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to allow everybody 3 weeks before we start enforcing that. So it's going to be important to get everybody engaged in that and go through that KYC process. If you are already KYC'd in Web Wallet, you will have to KYC again in NetLeaders. If you have many accounts in NetLeaders, you won't have to go through the process multiple times. You can just do it once and tie all those accounts together. You will need to be KYC verified in order to view your receipts, which we'll show you in a second. And then the other condition is, and this is one to pay close attention to, is if you're going to redeem a gift code, you will need to be KYC verified before you can use the gift code as your payment. And so what that means is when we're up against frequency lock changes, that potentially if people need to go through a manual KYC verification, that may take 2 or 3 days. So you want to make sure that your people are doing this 2 or 3 days ahead of time, at least of the end of the month and the 15th when we're up against a frequency lock. And one other part of gift codes is after your KYC verified and you go through the redemption process, we'll also apply a couple of steps for AML, anti-money laundering, which are you will need to declare what the method of payment you use to pay for your gift code and what the source of those funds are. So again, that just falls under all this stuff we've been talking about for compliance all day.
Okay, I would also like to mention that also many times it has been mentioned here that we will definitely have localization for the NetLeaders, and also this stands for the rest of the technology that we either plan to develop or to improve. So we have, I can freely say, plan to use, and we achieved that, to use a platform that will help us to localize NetLeaders, web wallet, and Dustcoin website into multiple languages. And I'll just briefly show you the platform with the initial number of languages that we want to start with. To mention that Polish language, I know that many of you have anticipated to see our website, NetLeaders website, translated into Polish. That is going to happen extremely soon. We are going live with this next week, so I believe that our team will be ready to deliver that without a problem. So that's very good news.
I'm going to put up the, I think we got the KYC one.
Okay.
Let's show transaction history. People have been asking for this, so we have receipts and records of all your transactions.
Yes, so this is the KYC account. And yes, so we can go through the options individually, but we'll leave that up to you next week. So we definitely expect to get the feedback from you. I'm going to cover some of the things. I'm just going to check. I believe that, okay, the connection. Yes. So this is one of the big things that we have achieved for NetLeaders, and that is to show the transaction history. I know a lot of you have requested similar features, so this is one of them. And this is what it looks like. Of course, it includes all the pains and payouts, and what is extremely important to add is that we have added the ability to download receipts, also something that you all have demanded for. So that would be that.
I think it's right there. There's a link
Yes.
you click that'll, I think you have to hover over it. We don't need to show that, but it's just a link you click which will pop up a PDF of your receipt that you can print out.
Yes.
Let's see, moving on. Oh, one of the things I wanted to, Michael McGee mentioned the learning management system, or I think he called it NetLeaders University. That's going to be under education. Right now, what you're going to see there is the same content you're used to seeing. We'll replace that in the next 30 days or so with the link to the learning management system, which is going to be great.
Yeah. Yes, so we will also use the media section. So far, the media section was pretty good, but we saw some improvements on the horizon that we wanted to grasp, and this is something that we will be adding in the next release. Basically, you'll be able to watch all webinars from the media section. Also, all the documents and the presentations, so those presentations that you actually want to use for your own purpose, of course, and also the event summaries. We have definitely, found a place on the NetLeaders side, and that is going to be for everyone. Yes, and the last thing that I wanted to cover is the eShop. eShop has been also redesigned. However, the plan for very soon, of course, is that we'll be using another form of eShop that will be much more user-friendly, where users will be able to create a basket to practically use or to download, to put into the cart the news, the validator, and, well, every other thing like tickets that will also be in the shop. And yeah.
I think we can wrap it up with I think the biggest piece is career plan. You want to go to the...
Okay.
We had 2 users. I don't know which one it was. Yeah, this one's good.
This one. Okay.
Yeah, so we're looking at the dashboard here, and this just drills down into detail. So this, I think, is going to be very helpful for everyone. You can see on the right side what your current rank is. On the left side is the next rank. I think that's what everybody's going to be focused on most, right, is what's it take to get to the next level. And if you scroll down on the right there, you see that all of the different criteria to make it to the next rank, it's very clear of you know, what you need on each one of them and where you're at and whether you pass or not, so that you know exactly where to focus. Yeah. Okay, I kind of expected that reaction.
That's perfect.
So, okay, I think that's it. We're good.
Yep, that's good. Thanks
very
much.